government pays 97 pesos per child for school feeding program.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was a nice initiative, the school feeding. I mean,
It came under President Kufuor's regime.
Yeah.
Somewhere in 2004, 2005.
You will say, I mean, from where we are, I mean, of course, it's a nice program. We are in a country where some people cannot afford, some of these things. So for government to step in and say, okay, I'll feed the school children, that was nice. I mean, and we've been doing everything to support the government, paying our taxes. Yeah, we've been paying our taxes. And government is paying. Taxes. Yeah. Government is paying 97 pesos per child. That is how many cents?
It's 13 cents. Less than a dime. 1 city actually is 13 cents. It's less than a dime. Less than a dime. If not just a dime. So a child in Ghana is...
So let me say it this way. It's not even up to 1 city. Do you have 1 city?
No.
It's not even up to 1 city.
It's less than a dime. Literally less than, if not equal to a dime. Like 10 cents.
Yeah.
Like a cent.
Yeah.
Like 10 cents.
And the funny thing is now, you can hardly buy anything with 1 city. You probably just a sachet of water.
That's all. A sachet of water.
Yeah, you can probably buy like 2 or 3.
Yeah, 2.
With that. And that is how much government is paying per child. So, I mean, okay, quickly, let's jump. Let's do some jumping and come to conclusions more. So, what kind of children are we bringing? Are we raising? Are we raising kwashiorkor children, or are we raising children who have brains to learn?
What kind of food?
Are we raising what kind of food?
What quality of food?
What quality of food are we giving to these kids?
And if you follow the news, if you follow the article, government actually owes people.
No, so
some of them have been owed since last academic year.
It's a joke of the century. It's not even funny because
Government
can't even pay the 97 pesos.
Is this still relevant? Do you think it's still relevant?
Wait, what is relevant?
You decided to embark on a program that is supposed to help alleviate poverty through education. And how is it? Because by studies you have realized children do not eat. Children from certain home do not eat before learning, and for that reason we have decided to provide them with food to eat before, and then you have decided to give them unwholesome food. Yeah. Are you questioning the situation?
That is the thing. So then
improving the situation.
And the MP for how do you call it? Kennedy Japan, one of the MPs said if government cannot increase it, then he better scrap the whole thing off, because it doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense
for government to be owing them on top of it. The money can't even feed. I mean, come on. Can't even feed a pet. Can't even feed your dog.
Yeah. It's actually insulting to feed your dog with 1 CD per day.
What kind of feeding is that? Then you'll be starving the dog. You're not even fit to own that dog.
How much more a child?
How much more a child?
I do not blame the government too much. It kicks us back to our social life, where we do not regard some of this as, oh, when you give birth to a child, God will take care of.
And that's a typical African, typical Ghanaian. Yeah, say, oh, don't think about tomorrow. God is there. God will take care of you. Of course, we all were brought up like that. And look at where you are now. Look at where you are now. It doesn't work like that. We have to start planning. As a country, as a people, we don't just do things because it sounds nice. It will buy us some.
No, this culturally, this is the thing. We have lost the cultural
no, I mean, this was a political point. This whole school feeding. Government is. I mean, it's a whole to score political cheap points, and at the end you can't do it. It's just like right now how the free education is. I mean, how do you call it? Draining the government coffers.
They claim it's not draining the government coffers.
That's what they claim, but then we are in a country where let's not even talking about government funding. Yeah.
Let's not even talk about government funding. Let's talk about the state of the school as is. Let's talk about the state of school as is.
State of school?
Yes, of the secondary schools as is. We are talking about overcrowding. We are talking about red, gold, green, whatever they call the two-track system, back and forth. They're talking about people who have to now pay money to hire dormitories and hostels because they've posted to schools and they've made day students, whilst the house is 100, 200, 300 kilometers away from the school. But guess what? The school is free and you've made a day student. But how practical is it? So
in the story concerning the school feeding, the Caterers Association, they are demanding that government at least increases it to 3 cities, which even in our opinion is still just
let's be charitable. 5 cities is just fine. Let's be charitable.
I mean, they are even calling for 3 cities. We just probably fine. I mean, what we say, okay, Kitobiansha, that's how we call that one. And that one, government is not doing. So how are they going to feed their children? And you can imagine, you don't want to see this kind of food they give to the children. You don't want to see it. I mean, if you see it, you will say, you call us a poor country, which we are not. Recently, Ghana was ranked, is it 6th richest countries in Africa.
Oh, really?
Yeah, recently the rankings came and Nigeria was on top. It's funny, Nigeria.
But that's when you look at the mineral resource.
Yeah,
and you look at the agriculture, because Ghana is a net exporter of crude oil.
Exactly. You look at it that way and you realize that the country is rich.
We are rich.
But here is the case: our kids are feeding on 97 pesewas.
How many tons of gold do we extract per day? I mean,
97
we are rich.
If we were to feed on 97 pesewas when we were kids, by now I believe we would have been dumb.
Ghana and Ivory Coast account for 70% of the world's cocoa. I mean, we are not poor. We are not. Where is all the revenue going? That is
so. Let me explain that one to you. We are not poor on paper. We are not poor when it comes to things you can see with your eyes. But then, in practicality, we are poor. We don't have what it takes. Our roads are bad. Our schools are bad.
Our governments
are bad. We are owing a lot. We the owe brutal. We the owe to the extent that this government cannot fix it. The next government cannot fix it. Probably
without digressing, don't you believe that the government is a reflection of the people?
The government is a reflection of people.
Yes, we the people. We are the people going to government. So,
okay.
Is it possible to agree that we are bad? And when we decide to become good, things will change.
When you go on that line, I will have an issue with it because we can be a reflection of the government, though. But then, when you are put at a certain position where you can call for change, you can effect change
after you have touted that you can cause change.
Exactly.
After you have made noise that you can cause change.
Exactly. This government, the MPP government, did not only tout that it can effect change. He literally begged us that we should support him, we should trust him, that he can change the destiny of Ghana. Ghana was like a young lady who is looking for marriage. He goes to a spiritual church and he goes to pray, and the pastor says, "Hey, come to my church. I can help you get a husband." Little do we know that he's the one who will pass behind and become your husband. Once he has a wife and he sees you once in a year.
Let's go back to issue at hand. So yes, despite our plethora of problems, we still manage to smile. We are still a happy people. We are still a peaceful life.
If you won't smile, what will you do?
You could go to war. You could go to war. You could rebel. These are actual options.
No. Of course,
you can rebel.
And we can say
you can agitate.
There are small groups that are rebelling. Probably it hasn't come to the light yet, but then it's like people are gathering momentum. If I should put it that way. Okay. So now fine, we are smiling, we are laughing about it, but then I mean, on a serious note, we are not happy with how things are going. Nobody is happy with how things are going.
A lot of people are happy actually.
You can't
people
buy,
are benefiting from the
people are, it's but a few who are in government who are benefiting.
Yes, so we call them
those
the
who
oligarchs.
are ready to lick the boots,
the cabal
people
as of
who
friends and family.
Exactly, who are ready to how do you call it? They call them a foot soldier. Who are
Yes, but still friends and family.
Yeah, so it's the friends and family. Yeah, so some of us who are far from the family, who are
neither friends nor family.
We are down. We are not even in the food chain. So we don't even come into the equation. Okay. Yeah, but then I mean generally, I mean it doesn't look good. It doesn't look appealing that with the plethora of problems we are going through, I mean, school children should suffer this fate. Okay, where now the caterers do not want to cook for them again, and I mean, what do you expect these kids to do? Because these are kids who are lacking these kind of things, who are lacking food.
But to digress a little, don't you think this is an opportunity for philanthropists to show their philanthropy by adopting districts, adopting areas, and
it would, but then it still comes back to the government. These companies, these corporations, okay, how is government treating them? Okay, are they getting some tax exemption? Are they getting some incentives? Is it the government policies favoring them?
Okay, do they
for them to say that okay,
they have made so much
we
profit,
want to lead, I want to
back.
lend a hand, okay, to the government. So it still comes in that way. And when corporations see that okay, government is corrupt or government is misusing funds, then they sort of lean back, even if they can help. I mean, they are seeing what you are doing with the funds you have, so they're not gonna come forward and help. But then I think it to be good if, as Debbie said, corporate bodies can step in and probably help this.
Yeah, adopt a district,
Yeah, I think that wouldn't be bad. Maybe
and put a smile.
It may help government and probably make him more accountable. That hey,
government is more like a lady now.
Yeah,
make her more accountable.
Yeah, she is. She is very complicated. Very, very hard to understand.
But it's simple to understand. It's our government actually that is hard to understand. The studies of government have been done by philosophers and economists and whatnot, like Karl Marx and but we have decided not to follow them. We are neither here nor there. We are just misusing the money.
Anyway. So government, please, if you are listening, if any minister or any of your people, friends and family get to listen to us, we don't know where our video gets to, but if you get to listen to us, please increase the money. Increase the money.
Do the right thing.
Increase the money.
Right thing.
We have the money.
They have the men.
Sikano. You are sitting on money. So come there. We are hungry.
We have the men.
When I come into power, the laws will work.
Anyway,
this was the president telling us that the laws will work.
let's not digress. Let us know what you think. Share comments, however, what do you think can be the solution to this? Do you think are there other things we have not been able to discuss? Are there other spheres that we are not looking at? Comments on the section below and let us know what you think. Eddie.
All right, so thank you for watching, and as we said, do subscribe if you get to this time in the video. Do subscribe. We thank you. Bye.